the Ultra, in conversation with Aaron Smith-Levin. Hello, I'm HG Tudor. The juggernaut that is the conversation series continues apace. You have been entertained, you have been amused, you have been informed. As your glorious narrator has engaged in a series of fascinating discussions with a variety of different people from YouTube and other forms of social media, sharing their views about similar topics and perhaps introducing you to information that you hitherto were unaware of. You've learned about their preferences. You've understood how they would behave in relation to the game of this or that. You've heard more about the views surrounding this one's wife, Andrew Tate, tarot cards, various conspiracy theories, and there is plenty more to come. So you have much to look forward to. As ever, thank you very much for your continued suggestions as to who you would like me to speak to. Please do keep them coming. There are 3 options available to you. You can email me at narcissist1909@gmail.com to suggest who you'd like me to speak to. It would be very much appreciated in making your suggestions if you could provide me with a link to their work so I can have a look at it to decide, is this someone I think would be appropriate to talk to? And particularly useful would be any form of contact details. That really does help. Alternatively, you can jump up and down in front of the other individual and say, hey, I think you should get in touch with HG and have a chat with him. Here is his email. Feel free to pass my email on to those other individuals, inviting them to contact me. Or thirdly, you can offer your suggestions in the comment section to this video, and I will have a look through and see if any pique my interest. As ever, it doesn't need to be about this one's wife, though if there are people that talk about them, you'd like to have me talk to those commentators, the door is not closed on that. But other areas are of interest as well. Remember, my channel is about narcissism and psychopathy, and those are fundamental matters that permeate so many aspects of life. Naturally, in relation to the behaviour of certain celebrities, famous people, as has been seen with this one's wife and Andrew Tate, both who formed the basis of discussion. But it leaks into politics. Does it have a place in relation to the rioting that's been taking place in the United Kingdom? Narcissism has a presence in relation to pop and rock music, to art and to literature. It has the dynamics in relation to the law. It has an involvement in relation to financial success. Virtually any aspect of life will be affected in some shape or form by narcissism, which provides an excellent platform for the discussion. Historical figures, for example, people in history that may well have been narcissists, their behaviour, might that be a basis for discussion? Keep the suggestions coming. But now we're going to hear from a conversation that took place between me and Aaron Smith-Levin. Long-term viewers of mine will know that I struck up a particularly good rapport with Doug Kramer, who died last December. Doug escaped Scientology and was well aware of the impact of narcissism within that. And we talked about narcissism and Scientology. Well, Aaron Smith-Levin isn't a replacement from Doug, but he does provide an interesting perspective for, shall we say, Doug-adjacent matters. Here's a sniff of what's coming.
I remember being in the 3rd grade, sitting in a circle with the students in the front of the class, and for some reason, everybody was going around talking about what their parents did for work. And I just remember being terrified that the class wouldn't end before it got to me. I was very aware that I was uncomfortable with what I knew of what my mom did. That she either worked at the Dianetics Center. Under no circumstances would I ever spend $1 or spend even 1 minute doing the things that these people are doing, that it's my job to deliver to them. And you might very overinflated idea of their own importance, their own worth, and their own value. They also have very thin skin and see almost any mild thing as a very serious criticism and a threat, and also very much sort of trying to keep anyone else from approaching what might be perceived as being their peer. Like they're constantly kind of putting people down in subtle or not so subtle ways. If you're Googling me to begin with, then you probably already have an idea of who I am. And that website is just going to be interesting to you. Like, why would nobody would really be Googling me by name unless they've already heard about me or know about me. And so it's actually never even occurred to me that that website has a negative effect on me. I mention the website all the time in my videos. I encourage people to go look at it.
An interesting individual who does not hold back with regard to the sharing of his views. But when can you look forward to hearing more about this conversation between the Ultra and Aaron Smith-Levin? Well, it's going to take place on Sunday, the 18th of August, at 4 p.m. UK time, 5 p.m. Central European time, 11 a.m. Eastern time in the United States, 8 a.m. Pacific time in the United States, 11 p.m. Perth in Australia, and 1 a.m. Monday morning for those in Sydney. Naturally, if you're not able to catch it when it first goes out, you can later on at a time that is agreeable to you. Nevertheless, look forward to making time to listen to the Ultra in conversation with Aaron Smith-Levin. I'm HG Tudor. Thank you for listening.